Hey, what's up, guys? This is my game at the weekend against Culpepper. So now we're just about to kick off, and I'm about to have some pretty early action once Culpepper gets the ball here. So my right back plays this ball forward, then Culpepper receive, and they're trying to play out, and I just intercept that pass, and it goes back to my center back, who loses possession in a bad area, but luckily Culpepper are forced backward, and they get rid of the ball. So that's good. So Ryan's trying to find me down the flank here, and I'm not really in any space. You can't even see me. So I just play it off the center back, and I'm happy to take the corner. I'm absolutely fine with that, especially since I take most of our corners and set pieces. So, yeah. So I take this corner. I see my players are a little bit deeper, so I actually put it on frame, and the keeper is forced to punch over the bar with players approaching. And it's yet another corner. So I'll be taking this. I swing it in into our front man, who should probably do a little bit better here. I try a cheeky little cross to the near post, hoping somebody makes a diagonal run to catch out the defenders, and the center back heads over the bar. So it's another corner. So I'm taking it again. And then I put this one a bit deeper, and unfortunately he just heads over the bar. That's good service, and that's a chance wasted. So, yeah, we need to do a little bit better from those. So, this ball gets slipped over to Matt. This is our first big chance of the game, and he fires one straight at the goalkeeper. Matt, please, man, just square that to me because I can walk it into the net at that point. And it's just, there's no need to be selfish there. Just square it to me. I have such an easy finish, and, that is a common theme in this game. So I'm taking another corner because Ryan fired off of one of the defenders. And then I put this one, again, very close to the goalkeeper. Gets played back out to me. I try a first-time cross. Almost finds its way into the goal back there. So I put it in a very dangerous area. It's a good cross, and the keeper is forced to punch out. And luckily from the counterattack, this guy plays it out of bounds. But I think Ethan had him for pace all day anyway. So this ball gets headed up into my sort of area, but it doesn't quite come to me. So I just put some pressure on that, and our center mid almost slips our number 10 through. We're playing a 4-4-2 with a midfield diamond, and I'm playing as one of the strikers, if you guys didn't notice that. So we've got them completely overloaded in the midfield. And as you guys will see, that had a huge effect on the game. I think this formation was really successful. So, yeah. Our center mid plays out of pressure really well there, and then just plays a poor ball over the top to me. If he can find me, like, even if he just dinks it over the head of that center back, or I guess that's the right back actually, I've got him for pace all day, and I can run straight to goal. That pass just needs to be better, and there's really not much of an excuse to play such a poor pass in such a dangerous area. So we need to improve on that for sure. So Ryan gets the ball here and plays me in a little bit later than I was hoping he would. And again, I'm not in much space. I'm crowded. I get dispossessed, and Culpepper's going to play out. And then our center mid gets on the ball. It gets played out wide to Ethan, and he loses the ball in a bad area. And Culpepper can counterattack again. And if this guy takes a good touch, he is one-on-one with our center back. That's not good. We cannot lose the ball in that area, especially playing in a formation with such delicate width. So I don't have any effect on this. Bayes playing in the free kick, and he delivers it into a good area, and then I'm pretty sure that's Campbell misses from a yard. Now, the reason that I left this in as a highlight is because we've missed so many set-piece opportunities, like, all season. We've only scored from a set-piece, I think, twice, like, directly. And that's poor, like, because Bay and I have been putting in some beautiful deliveries. Even Eli's put in a few, like, into really good areas, but we just don't finish the chances, and it needs work. It really does need work. But, I mean, we got to improve on it. So this is another instance where Micah should just play this to me. I'm in a ton of space, and it's a little bit selfish to take that shot on. I don't think he meant to be selfish or anything. I just don't think he looked up, but I mean, he needs to look up. It's as simple as that. And Alex Potter saves me. I check to keep myself on side, but I mean, that's it's a poor linesman call, calling me offside. And believe me, this is a common theme in this game. The linesman was really poor, but I literally checked back to make sure that I was onside, step back onside before he played the ball. It's just poor officiating. So I get the ball here. I try and slide it out wide to my overlapping center mid, and he does get it. And then good resisting the press, but the linesman says that this goes out on the sideline. I think it's still on the line, so it shouldn't be a throw in, but whatever. It's okay. So we're pressuring here in this area, and then I'm just sort of like 2-against-1 in the tackle here. Not a ton I can do, and he plays this off of me. I can't quite catch it for a throw in, but if I were able to, I'd actually be able to get myself into a dangerous area. So I need to react to that just a little bit quicker. And I should probably put the tackling a little bit differently. And Wyatt, when you switch that ball over to Ethan, maybe you could play a more simple pass there because he's not in the best space. This one, I knew I was offside, and I wanted that pass either a second earlier or a second later so I could check back onside. It's just, there's like too much hesitancy to play that pass there, whoever slips me through. So that needs to happen preferably earlier, but if it happens 1 second later than it did, I'm fine with that too. So Rowan plays me over the top here. Again, the camera's not following me. It's a little bit annoying. But basically what I do is I cut it back to Micah, who tries to play it over to, I think that's Wyatt up there, and then it's not a very good pass, and goes to the goalkeeper. And Ethan is slipping Wyatt through here, and he's offside, and that's just unfortunate. So this ball gets switched over to Micah, and I pick it up here. I'm just resisting the press from these two players and play it over to Ryan. Ryan, once you get the ball there, just shoot on your right foot. But yeah, I get that ball, and I play it over to Micah, who has a beautiful little double take on there. And I think he should actually have a little snapshot there, but plays it over to Ryan unselfishly, which I don't mind. And Ethan's going to just play the ball out of bounds here, unfortunately. But yeah, Micah, that's the time where I don't mind you being a little bit selfish. This ball gets played over the top well again, and it's just another instance where it's like he had a right to shoot it, but also the square option was better, either to me or back to Ryan. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. So this ball gets played over the top, and this actually really, like, excuse language, but it pissed me off because Ethan gets the ball right back really high and then just smacks it over the bar when he has 3 options in me, Micah, and Wyatt all coming in for the cross, and Ethan's good at crossing. If he just squares that over, one of us has such a simple finish. But yeah, this gets played over the top to me, and then I'm just gonna take this guy on, spin away from him. I don't put in the best cross there. It's a bit lower than I intended it to be, and it's just gonna go out of bounds. So yeah, I need to get a little bit more lift on that ball, and honestly, I'd prefer that somebody gives me the drop option because, like, that cross was like 4 or 5 against 2. So I take that throw in, intelligent little run from Alex Potters, and puts in a beautiful volley cross, and that's a chance that we should finish. So I'm pressuring this ball here, and there's, not a ton that I can do here. I'm just always reaching there, so that's a little bit unfortunate with the tackling, but it's whatever. And yeah, we win the ball in the midfield here, luckily, and then Micah almost gets slipped through there, and then he does slip me through, and they're gonna call me offside again when I'm not offside. If you see that tall African American guy in the back, he was keeping me onside. I was watching him, and I was about a yard or 2 onside because of him. But yeah, and dangerous opportunity missed, and now I get subbed off. And, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated. I really am. So this is the first goal of the game. This falls back to my right back who puts in an immediate cross, and he just like totally mishit it. He cut across it, and he scores like one of the best accidental goals that I've ever seen in my life. Like, I mean, he absolutely did not mean it. It was just a poor cross, but it just swung into the net, completely caught the keeper by surprise, and that was pretty funny. I don't think the keeper actually had much of a chance there either. So that was a funny moment. So I'm getting subbed back on here, and I'm on the right side of the striking partnership here. Just for the last maybe like 10 minutes. I was only off for, I think, 3 minutes. And I came on for Micah here. And actually, immediate play, the center back takes a poor touch, and Wyatt can dispossess him and has a nice little finish. Maybe in another game, in another world, I don't know, he maybe should square that to me because I have a more simple finish. But honestly, I don't care. I think he has every right to take that shot on in any game, in any situation. And in this case, he does finish it. So I'm perfectly okay with it. So I flick this header on to Matt, who's going to win that ball and play it up to Wyatt, I want to say, who's going to use me as a decoy runner and play a beautiful switching ball over to Bay. And then look at how much space Bay has, and he goes for the cross or the shot or whatever that was. Bay, just next time, look to take on the man. Like, be a little bit fearless there, because if you're able to cut inside on him, you have a wide open shot and, like, a really actually simple chance. So, I mean, yeah, just, be a little more fearless with that. But yeah, it's halftime. So, interesting half, not our best. But yeah, very early action. Matt plays me through out on the left wing, or on the left anyway. And the keeper comes out, and I'm able to just slide it past him into the net. And that's my second goal of the season and my first goal of the game. Delighted with that. Looking to link up with Matt more often this season, and that's a beautiful through ball from him. So props to Matt there. So I win this ball here, or no, sorry, Ryan wins that ball here, and he plays it through to me, and I just, I get past the defender, but he gets a little toe in. That was well done from him, and I play this back to one of my eights who's going to play this into a good area, and then there's just too much hesitancy to shoot from the start, and then it's a really poor finish in the end, and it's probably a chance that we should finish, but I think that's good play overall, just, a little bit lacking in the end product. I got played over the top here. I've got the ball, and I try and push it down the line past the defender, and I just slipped. And, it's just unlucky. Not much I can do there. I just slipped and fell on my face pretty much. So that was a little bit embarrassing, to be completely honest. I dispossess the center back, but he gets a little bit lucky with the rebound, and just sort of putting the pressure forward here. But yeah, it's unlucky with the pressure a little bit. This gets slipped out wide to me. I'm going to play a beautiful switching ball over here to Bay. And it's a bit counterintuitive for him to take his line there. Bay, I think you should just go inside there and trust your left foot, and there's a lot more creative opportunity there. You kind of limited yourself by going down the outside. But, as far as myself, I think that was a beautiful switch of play for myself. I get the ball through here in some good space. I love that ball. And I've got the center back totally beaten for pace. He steps on my ankle, pushes me in the back, claims that I dove, but, it's whatever. It was a blatant foul in the box. I'm very surprised it wasn't a card. But, yeah, I'll be taking this penalty. So I'm just doing my normal routine, 2 steps back, 1 step over, and having a look at the goal, shuffle, and wrong foot the keeper. Just, good penalty. I don't think he was getting to that even if he did dive. So, yeah, well taken. That's my second goal of the game. That's my brace. I dispossess the center back here, and I'm running down the line. Or no, sorry, that's Matt. That's not me. And this is kind of a weird play. And he's just running all the way over, and this ball gets played forward from Johnny. That might have been a handball there. I don't know. But Matt cuts inside on this guy and tries to put in the cross. And I want you guys to tell me what you think about that. He scored. I think the keeper just didn't see the ball until it was like right on top of him. But it could have been a howler. It could have been an obstruction of vision. I don't know. You guys tell me. So this ball comes over to my center mid. Good little intricate piece of play. And he's going to have a shot. Keeper parries it out, and then Ryan can finish up the back post. If Ryan didn't come that far forward, I would have finished it up either way. So, that's just doesn't really matter. Good play. So I'm up high from a corner, and DJ throws this ball out to me. I don't take the best touch, and then Matt, just come close to me for the short option, because if I can just like nod that down to you, you can play that over the top to somebody, and we can to Micah with the pace he's got, and we can run forward with it. But yeah, I was offside there, and I knew I was offside. I chipped the keeper, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. So I think that's Alex Potters who gets the ball there. And I'm just going to win the ball and have a good little piece of press resistance and play a beautiful switching ball over to Ethan. That's very well done for me. And he puts in a good cross, and the header's sort of scrape wide, and Ryan puts it over the bar. But as far as like the touch, the close control, the press resistance, and the switch of play that I just had, that's a very good highlight for me. So I'm happy with that for sure. And yeah, well done for me. And also 4 subs just came on. I wasn't among them, so I'm happy with that. Keeper, sort of a half-baked clearance there. And then I have to win this ball off of the center back, and I'm just always reaching for that tackle. I get a toe in, he gets a little bit lucky with the rebound, and then gets played back out to Eli, who's going to take his line, and he tries to slip me in here. We're not on the same wavelength, but it doesn't really matter because I win the ball, and then it's sliding in, trying to finish. If I were maybe an inch taller, that's curling inside the post, but it was literally like I slid forward and it was at the end of my toe. I did everything I could with that, and I don't consider that really a missed opportunity. So that's decently done for me. I win the ball here, and I'm feeling confident, do a little elastico, go down the line, and I could probably take my line the whole way, but I try and slip it into my center mid, and he seems sort of unaware of it, and just, hits the ball on his heel instead of letting it through his legs and running with it. But I probably should have been a little bit more selfish there and taken my line and let him run forward. So this ball, this is just a highlight for DJ. Weird little cross here that goes on target, and he's diving back toward his own goal and pushes this out. And that's very well done from DJ. That's an incredible save. So well done. So this ball gets pushed over to Micah. The center back sort of unaware. He's in good space, and then he just slides it past the keeper. And Culpepper are tired now. I think that kid actually got a little injury. And yeah, we've just destroyed them mentally, especially like crowding them in the midfield. I think the Diamond's done very well. And Micah scores a good goal there. This gets slipped out to me. I'm gonna take my line here, beat 2. Very good pace. And then put a great cross over to Micah, who's going to head it back into space that somebody should finish it off. I take my line, and then I put in a terrible cross. So the general idea, since I was crossing in behind the defenders, was to put like a lot of pace in the cross, so there's every chance of them tapping it into their own net, and it would find Micah if it didn't get tapped in. But I just got under it too much, and it was a poor cross. So this ball is going to fall out to me, and I try and slip Eli out there, sort of turning with it, and yeah, it's just not a very good pass. Like, it gets caught up in the long grass a little bit, but there's not really much of an excuse. That's poor from me. But yeah, we're just recycling, and this ball gets played forward, a little flicked on header, and then this is what we've been screaming for all game. Alex Potters squares it to Wyatt, and he can just tap it into the net. Unselfish play from Alex Potters, very good squared ball too, and then like literally the simplest finish you could ask for from Wyatt. I love that, and we've needed more of that in this game. So just putting pressure forward here, and then I end up winning the ball, and I slip Micah through. I know he's got some pace, and then his touch just sort of takes him away from goal. He is sort of alone there. I think, yeah, the angle being against him like that, I don't mind that he missed that. It's all right. But he should be tracking this left back right now. So, unfortunately, I come off here. That's the end of my game. It's only, I think, I want to say 5 minutes till the end of the game, but we actually have a lot of action here after I come off. So it's interesting. This was a little interesting moment. Ethan and Alex sort of come into this guy and shove him over, and it's just way too aggressive, and the kid lands weird and dislocates his shoulder. So I mean, guys, just like too much there. Just we're winning by a lot. Like just chill out a little bit. You didn't need to do that. All right, just chill. So this ball is getting played forward. It goes out to one of my center backs in a little weird piece of play, and then crosses to my other center back who's up at the 9 and has the slowest diving header I've ever seen, John Henry Disler. I mean, wow. Like, I don't think he'd mind me saying, I see him finishing in practice and it's really bad. So, I mean, we were all very happy for him for that. And yeah. And that's our final goal of the game, and that's another just blowout. So yeah, I mean, solid game for me. I think, scoring a brace, I'm very happy with that. And then, it's just I felt sharp in that game. And yeah, all I have left to say, guys, is like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys next time. Peace, guys.